Welcome back. Today we're delving deep into the highly contentious debate surrounding Prime Minister Trudeau's proposed carbon tax hike. Get ready as we navigate through the intricacies of this polarizing issue. I'm QuikPolitics, and if you find this content engaging, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, as your support truly helps the channel grow. A quick announcement before the video starts: QuikPolitics will be selling stickers soon on my store, where you can get some cool designs for your laptop, water bottle, car, room, or wherever you like to put your stickers. Some of the designs will be a "You Must Go Trudeau" sticker, Canadian Detective sticker, and more. Stay tuned for updates on these. Now, let's delve into the heart of the matter. Trudeau's recent dismissal of concerns raised by provincial premiers regarding the carbon tax hike has sent shockwaves across the political landscape. Premier Andrew Furey of Newfoundland and Labrador stands among a chorus of voices urging Trudeau to reconsider his approach, highlighting the need for collaborative decision-making. Opposition leader Pierre Poilievre emerges as a formidable force against the tax hike, echoing the sentiments of countless Canadians grappling with immediate financial hardships. Poilievre pledges to challenge Trudeau's policies head-on in Parliament, emphasizing the pressing needs of everyday citizens over abstract long-term climate strategies. Trudeau staunchly defends the tax hike as a crucial measure in the fight against climate change.
I can understand there's a lot of political misinformation and disinformation about that, but every Canadian knows, particularly here in Alberta, that the impacts of climate change are real, and the opportunities to innovate and build an economy of the future with hydrogen, with CCUS, with renewables, with nuclear, is going to continue to lead good jobs for Albertans and an economically driving force here in Alberta in a world that understands the reality of climate change.
He argues that families stand to benefit from embracing eco-friendly practices, with rebates serving as incentives for sustainable choices. However, critics question the practicality of this justification, pointing to the disproportionate burden placed on struggling households.
We wanted to make sure that people who continue to not be able to change much in their behaviors would get that money back. And that's what we do with the price on pollution. But think about a family that does decide, oh, okay, you know what, we can get a slightly smaller car, or we're going to replace our windows, we'll go for the slightly more fuel-efficient windows. Well, they actually get more money back because they're spending less on that price on pollution. So it's a logical way to do things, but yes, it does require putting a price on things right now so that we can set ourselves up for success in the future. And that's an easy thing for short-term politicians, short-term thinker politicians, to say, oh, we'll get rid of the price. They don't talk about the fact that they're also going to get rid of that check, the Canada carbon rebate, that puts more money in the pockets of the vast majority of Canadians.
Opposition leaders, including Pierre Poilievre, lambast Trudeau's governance style as elitist and out of touch with the realities faced by everyday Canadians. Premier Blaine Higgs of New Brunswick joins the chorus of dissent, urging Trudeau to prioritize affordability over political agendas driven by ideological fervor. Premier Andrew Furey's vocal opposition serves as a stark reminder of the growing discontent brewing among provincial leaders. Premier Scott Moe of Saskatchewan takes a defiant stance, refusing to comply with the tax hike and stressing the importance of upholding citizens' rights in the face of governmental overreach. Pierre Poilievre mobilizes public support behind his parliamentary motions aimed at halting the impending tax hike. Drawing upon past successes in challenging similar policies, Poilievre galvanizes momentum within the opposition ranks, harnessing the collective voice of Canadians demanding accountability from their elected representatives. From coast to coast, Canadians express vehement opposition to the tax hike, citing its detrimental impact on their financial well-being. Pierre Poilievre issues a clarion call to action, urging citizens to join the resistance and compel Trudeau to heed their concerns.
To ground zero of the Great Canadian Tax Revolt. Here I am in St. John's, Newfoundland. Behind me is the provincial legislature. Why did I choose this place for this video? Well, because as Justin Trudeau's April Fool's Day 23% carbon tax hike comes closer, Liberals are on the run. In fact, the Liberal Premier here, who formally supported and even implemented a carbon tax in this province, has now done a full flip-flop. And he has, in the lead up to his provincial election, written a letter to Trudeau saying, spike the hike on April 1st. This joins with 6 other provincial premiers from across the country who are mounting pressure on Justin Trudeau. Now, you'll say he'll never back down. Trudeau and the NDP are so greedy, they want every penny they can get. Well, the latter is true, but they will back down to save their jobs. We saw it when they had to temporarily take the carbon tax off home heating oil, not because they wanted to, but because common sense conservatives led a major tax revolt to take the tax off and keep the heat on. Well, this kind of tax revolt is in full swing again. A majority of the provinces, 70% of premiers and 70% of Canadians say they want to spike the hike. And common sense federal conservatives will have motions before Parliament next week to do exactly that. So we're calling on you to join this tax revolt.
As the battle lines are drawn, Trudeau's authoritarian stance encounters formidable resistance from opposition leaders and provincial premiers alike. With public sentiment firmly against the tax hike, the opposition's concerted efforts to repeal it gain considerable traction. Stay tuned for further developments on this unfolding political saga. Thank you for joining us. If you appreciate content that delves into critical issues, consider subscribing for more insightful updates. Stay informed, and until next time, I'm QuikPolitics, signing off.